Anambra State government urges contractors to uphold standard in project execution. Abga Chieftain Emecheta lauds Governor Soludo on open door policy and inclusive governance. Bedu government directed resumption of Abuja-Kaduna train services from Monday next week. Belarus president changes death penalty law to target opposition. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. The Commissioner for Works, Anambra State, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, has charged contractors handling various road projects in the state to work according to World Best Standard. Engineer Okoma, who gave the charge in Awka, stated that the vision of Governor Soludo's administration is to create a livable and prosperous homeland for Anambra, which road infrastructure is one of the keys to achieving the vision. He reminded them that the government is tackling the issue of security and pleaded with them to help the government succeed in that aspect because contractors can only work in a secured environment. The commissioner regretted that some roads constructed in the state that are not up to 3 years have started failing, noting that it cannot justify over 200 billion naira that was paid to various contractors handling various road projects for the state in the last 8 years. He observed that some of the contractors have not shown enough commitment, ingenuity and strict adherence to professional engineering skills in handling the projects given to them. The Works and Infrastructure Commissioner said that he is aware that most of them are being owed, assuring that government will verify every debt, prioritize them and pay the ones it can within the available resources at its disposal. Sorry. The Anambra State government has restated resolve towards reviving Igbo cultural values to project enterprising and historical knowledge of Ndibo and Anambra in particular. The State Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Honorable Don Onyenje, stated this in Awka as the world marks International Museum Day. We have details of the report.
According to the Commissioner, the world, in marking the day, emphasized the protection and celebration of artifacts and heritage materials which speak about the history and generational development of various peoples of the world. The Commissioner explained that Anambra State is blessed with Igbo Museum, which is supported by the federal government, and disclosed that the Soludo administration intends to upgrade it and has currently set activities in motion to search for the state's artifacts throughout the 21 local government areas of Anambra State to get more artifacts yet to be harnessed to fill up the Ibuku Museum and produce more where necessary. Commissioner Onyenji, who further disclosed that the Ibuku Museum has become a major attraction for global scholars to increase their knowledge about Nigeria and Anambra State in particular, commended the Ibuku community for their roles and contributions so far in making the museum a center for preservation of Igbo cultural heritage.
The Commissioner for Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Barrister Tony Ifeanyi, says the Soludo administration is committed to executing all its robust programs and policies to transform Anambra State to a livable, prosperous homeland where security of Anambra is guaranteed and their welfare assured. Speaking to newsmen in Awka, Barrister Ifeanyi pointed out that the administration has shown its determination to achieve this noble objective by setting a peace committee immediately at its inception to work out modalities to return peace to Anambra State. While describing peace, unity and mutual coexistence as the cornerstone of success of any society, the Commissioner called on Anambra to give full cooperation to the committee to achieve its noble role. Barrister Ifeanyi remarked that no government can succeed in an atmosphere of violence and applauded Governor Soludo for establishing the committee. The Petroleum and Mineral Resources Commissioner assured the youths that the present administration is determined to work assiduously to create employment opportunities for them by boosting entrepreneurship and establishing more skill acquisition education. Commissioner Ifeanyi extolled Governor Soludo for his courage, patriotism and commitment to peace by visiting Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja as part of his wider consultations with critical stakeholders in search of lasting peace and security in the southeast, and remarked that this singular act of the governor clearly shows his avowed determination to bring back peace and security that have eluded the geopolitical zone for some time now. Emecheta lauded Soludo on open door policy, inclusive governance, and Governor Chukwuma Soludo has been commended for driving his administration with open door policy and inclusive governance. The convener, Anambra Demand for Soludo, Chief Jude Emecheta, gave the commendation while speaking with journalists in Oka. Paul Ezoke reports.
Chief Emecheta said Governor Soludo's wide consultations and interactive sections with stakeholders across the country have provided opportunities for people to make inputs and contributions towards achieving the governor's vision for the state, as well as encourage Anambra to take ownership of the state. He pointed out that the governor's giant strides towards entrenching new sanitation culture for environmental sustainability and courageous approach to restoring law and order in the state have demonstrated his resolve to deliver his manifesto and justify his mandate. Chief Emecheta asked the people not to put undue pressure on the governor to avoid distracting him from his vision, noting that the governor has the strength of character to overcome present challenges confronting the state. On the forthcoming general elections, Chief Emecheta called on eligible voters who have already registered to collect their permanent voters' cards, PVCs, while those who have not registered should do so, urging political parties and the aspirants to encourage and support their members to obtain their PVCs to enable them vote during the elections. He also urged political parties to provide a level playing ground for all aspirants in their primary elections by upholding their constitutions and respecting the Electoral Act and election guidelines. Also speaking, the national patron and member Board of Trustees of Anambra Demand for Soludo, Chief Henry Boeli, said Governor Soludo's consultations with Anambra in various parts of the country and visit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at a detention facility in Abuja have demonstrated his resolve to give everybody a sense of belonging and fight for the welfare of the people, which he noted has restored people's confidence in governance. Chief Igboele observed that the governor is gradually changing the mindset of the people and rebuilding bridges of trust through peace initiatives and dialogue to restore stability, progress and development in Anambra State and the entire Southeast Zone, and called on other governors to emulate his people-oriented administration to bring a new dawn in the region and country. In Oka, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
Yesterday was World AIDS Vaccine Day, marked across the globe. Every year on May 18, World AIDS Vaccine Day or HIV Vaccine Awareness Day is observed globally to help spread awareness about AIDS and its immunization measures. The day also highlights the importance of the vaccine to prevent HIV infection in today's era, where many healthcare workers, volunteers, students, community members and NGOs are working relentlessly to educate people about how to stop HIV/AIDS from spreading and also what measures to take if one is infected by the virus. World AIDS Vaccine Day celebration is rooted in a speech given by then U.S. President Bill Clinton aimed at setting new goals for developing a vaccine given the advancement in science and technology within the next decade. Away now from state stories, the federal government has directed the resumption of the Abuja-Kaduna train services by Monday, May 23, 2022, amid failed negotiations over the abducted passengers. The directive was disclosed in a press statement issued by the spokesman for the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NLC, Mr. Yakubu Mahmood, on Monday. According to the statement, joint efforts are being made to secure the safe release of the abducted passengers being held hostage by the terrorists. It further stated that the government further assured that relatives of the abducted passengers that are still in captivity that their safe rescue was a top priority, and the resumption of train services should not be regarded as abandonment or a nonchalant attitude of the government towards their plight. Also in the statement, the board and management of the NRC said that additional security measures were being implemented at both the train stations and the track to ensure the safety of the passengers on board. On business news, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has sought the support and intervention of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in curbing oil theft and pipeline vandalism in the Niger Delta. This request was made in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, by the chairman of IPMAN, Honorable Bello Bina, who paid a courtesy visit to the Port Harcourt Zonal Commander of the Anti-Graft Agency, Ace Nwaneka Nwokike. During the meeting, Bina said the petroleum marketers trusted the EFCC to help prefer solutions to oil theft. Responding to IPMAN's request, Nwokike said the EFCC was working towards ending the menace of oil bunkering. On the foreign scene, Belarus has introduced the death penalty for planning an attack on attempting an act of terrorism, according to a decree issued Wednesday, which many believe target many opposition activists, including its exiled leader. The law is supposed to come into force in 10 days, according to another Russian state agency, Interfax. The text notes that no preparation or attempt of a crime is punishable by death, except for those qualified as terrorists. Belarus, a former Soviet republic allied with Russia, is the last country in Europe still to apply the death penalty. The country carries out several executions each year. The latest change to the law was in preparation ever since the Lukashenko administration was hit by a wave of sabotage acts by activists who attempted to take out parts of the country's railroad network to make it harder for Russia to deploy forces in Ukraine. And on sports news, the Vice President of the Federation of International Volleyball, FIVB, Mr. Mustaq Mohammed, has assured their readiness to assist the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, NVBF, in developing the sports in the country. Mr. Mohammed disclosed this to journalists on arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. According to him, Nigeria is part of the countries in Africa where there is a need for the development of the sports from cadre to senior level. Mr. Mohammed, who is also the president of the International Volleyball Federation, FIVB Development Commission, guaranteed to raise the standard of the sports. He said it was necessary to invest in the kits for the future of the sports in the country. And that sports conclude the news, but just before we go, remember you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Anambra State government has urged contractors to uphold standard in project execution. APGA Chieftain Emecheta has lauded Governor Soludo on open door policy and inclusive governance. Federal government has directed resumption of Abuja-Kaduna train services from Monday next week. And from the foreign scene, we brought you a report that Belarus president has changed death penalty law to target opposition. And here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a great day.